us should be at alert. We should follow the SOPs. Make sure you sanitize or you wash your hands all the time. Avoid shaking hands. People avoid shaking hands and hugging. You see your friend after a long holiday and you're busy hugging. Stop hugging. So give yourself the distance that you should have in order to avoid contracting this deadly disease. Then Teacher Juma Simon makes an announcement to all senior fours and all senior sixes who do not have identity cards. After this assembly, please look for him. He will be available on the compound to take photographs. I repeat, after this assembly, senior fours and senior sixes without IDs should go to Teacher Juma Simon so that your photos are taken. Lastly, Mbale is planning to celebrate 75 years of existence. We made 75 years last year, but we were not able to celebrate. So the celebrations are in high gear for this year, and that will be in June when second term begins. However, the preparations are underway. A number of activities will begin, including our whole school, teachers and students, storming that city and cleaning it for one day. Just imagine how proud the whole city will be of our school when such an activity is accomplished. And many other activities will come along. Thank you so much for listening to me. At this juncture, I wish to welcome our dear head teacher to address us. Thank you. DJ.
That was surviving the dance, huh? Since there was even no music anyway. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I want to welcome you to week 2 of term 1 2025 academic year. I want to welcome those who were not here last Monday to be welcomed, and the new students who have joined us this year and this term. As you are aware, we have 4 classes and we have 2 classes missing. On Monday next week, we expect senior 1 to report, and then maybe 2 weeks later, the senior 5 shall join us. So, as usual, I hope that we are now in school mode and school mood. It is very important that we debrief ourselves from the holiday, from the long holiday, and begin concentrating on our academics. As you are aware, we are about to go full cycle in the competence-based curriculum. The senior 5s who are coming this term will be under the new A-level curriculum. They will continue with the new curriculum, competence-based curriculum, senior 5. So these senior 6 are the last group that is sitting under the old curriculum. So we normally say, like we did it in Form 4, we need to go out with a bang for Form 6 as well. So that as you said, like the old curriculum, everybody passes and excels in as far as the old curriculum is concerned. So we are expecting lots of 20s from the current senior 6. I hope you are ready and committed to that objective. Before I come to the results, let me make a few remarks. One, next week, Monday, the gates shall close, it shall be required to have gate passes. So use the period between now and then to make sure that you have cleared and you have a gate pass. We do not want you to get disturbed. And also, this time, maybe which is slightly different, we shall require you to also acquire an identity card. We have enough identity card for every class. It's not only the candidates, but each of you should own a school ID for your own safety and security, but also for identification at the gate and maybe in the classroom. So, we shall require to have those two documents. One, gate pass, two, an identity card. And I want to request Mr. Juma Simon to process IDs for photographs, for IDs for the whole school, in case they don't have, because the IDs are there, actually what is missing are the photographs. Ebola, we shall not get to talk about it because it kills instantly. Those of you who take that route, you have seen the Ebola camp there, and as we talk, it has six elements there from our community. So if you are careless, if you are visiting hospital, be careful, because that's where everybody who feels sick goes. So when you limit your visits to the hospital, if you only go to hospital if you must. But if you are just going casually to check on a friend, a relative, avoid the hospital at this point in time, or a clinic. Because that's where that's the meeting place for all diseases. So we keep up the standard operating procedures, hand washing, sanitizing, and keeping ourselves safe. Our usual discipline and smartness is required of you. I'm happy you are upholding that. You don't know how much the community appreciates you, the students of Mbale Secondary, for the smartness that you exhibit even when you are outside school. You are different. I was coming back this afternoon or evening, and I met some students from some other schools. Some with chests outside, shirts out, and so on and so forth. I don't even want to describe. You could think they are actually escorting a boy who is going to be circumcised, and yet they claim to be what? Students. If you must be a student, be a student, be exemplary. Show a difference between someone who has gone to school and someone probably who has not. So we continue to encourage you, be of good character and be smart. And now to our results. This afternoon, we did receive our first new Mbale Secondary School curriculum results. And one of the things we need to take note is that the grading has changed. It is the first time we are having this kind of grading. And as you are aware, we normally have two centers. We have what we call Mbale's main center, which is index number U0051, and then we have the annex, which is U1964. The reason why we have two centers is because the center cannot have more than 499 candidates. And as you are aware, in the Mbale State we normally have about 800, 900. This year we are likely to have more than 1,000 UCC candidates. So we have even applied for center expansion. because our center capacity has been, for O level has been 850. So now we have to apply for the maximum, which is 998. And then they give you, so if you are not among the 998, then you may not be able to sit from here. That is if you register late. First come, first serve. Yeah, now back to our UCT results. Now, these results, first of all, let me explain one or two things before I can read the results. These results are now graded in terms of result 1, result 2, result 3, and result 4. It's no longer division 1, 2, 3, or 4, which have division 7 and division 9. Those who could do either those who would miss some papers and those who would sit actually, those who would get X, division X. But this time we have result 1, result 2, result 3, result 4. Now, then the individual grades are graded in 5 categories. We have A, which is the achievement level, grade A, is considered to be exceptional. This one demonstrates an extraordinary level of competence by applying innovatively and creatively their acquired knowledge and skills in real-life situations. Then we have the next grade, achievement level as B, grade B, which is outstanding. This one demonstrates high level of competence by applying acquired knowledge and skills in real life. So A is extraordinary level, B is high level, C is satisfactory, it demonstrates an adequate level. Okay, that is like average. That is C. Then we have D, which is best. It demonstrates minimum level of competence. Then we have E, which is elementary. Demonstrates below the best level. Okay? Those are the only grades that you will get on your results sheet when you sit the competence-based curriculum. So you either get an A, a D, a C, a D, or E. So back to the general results, they are as follows. For main center, we did sit 499 candidates. Actually, we sat 498 because one was absent, already registered. And then 498 got result 1. Okay? Look it up. Alex, we start 320 candidates, and out of the 300, we actually were supposed to sit 324, but 3 candidates were absent. 1 candidate only did the project work and did not sit for exams. So we got the rest of the 320 all got without 1. about the total out of the 818 candidates, 823 was the registered number. Out of the 823, 4 candidates were absent. 1 did only project work, making them, so the 818 all got result 1. Let me make some remarks about these results. I know your parents will be asking you questions, and many people in your community, because some of you might be the most educated person in your village. So they will come for consultations from you. They say, now tell us, what do these results mean? Now, when we are looking at these results, I think attention has to be paid to mainly the 3 grades of A, being the exceptional, then the B being the next level, which is, we call it what? Outstanding, and then C. When you enter D, then you are entering what they call satisfactory. They call it what? Adequate. Adequate, but the level, the achievement level is what? Satisfactory, as in average. One person, I'm still doing research, but one person was interpreting these results in terms of all the results, and was saying that an A would probably be an equivalent of a D1 or D2. And a D would be an equivalent of a 3, a C3, or C4. And then a C would probably be a C5 and C6. Then you can, of course, when you get E, then that means that is an equivalent of an F9. X means you didn't see it. So we shall be, I'm sure in the analysis that is going to come, we shall pin up this analysis on the next spot. Then we should look out for the A's, for the B's. Those are the ones who will aim at getting competence level A, grade A. And then we are going to do an analysis in some of our students. So a good student will be one graded by how many A's they have scored. If you have scored all A's in all the subjects you have done, then you are exceptionally outstanding student. That is like 8 for 8. And if you have some of these in there, still not too bad. But when you begin getting into the season, you begin to be an average student. But most important to note also, these results also have continuous assessment scores. The ones that we have been doing in the class, and then the project work is also graded and given marks. I think project work is independent. Yeah, you are given marks independently for the project work. It will appear on your results sheet, but the continuous assessment is part of every subject that you are offering. But as we get along, we shall explain this more clearly, and we shall see what they actually mean. Yeah, now we need to be very careful when we talk of result 1. When we say result 1, we are not saying division 1. And I've seen some schools are already confused and celebrating in the town and with the Kadodi. So you got to remind them that result 1 is not division 1. It simply means that you have qualified to get a certificate. Okay? So now, I want you to listen to what these results mean. Result 1, in one sentence, simply means the candidates who qualify to get a certificate. Result 2 are candidates who did not fulfill the conditions for the award of the certificate. Result 3 are candidates who do not meet the minimum level of achievement in all the subjects. This is one who has failed all the subjects, will be put in result 3. Then result 4 is candidates who were either partially or fully absent. So don't confuse the result 1 with the division 1. Although when you get the result 1, it means you have qualified to get a certificate. And you will get a certificate from UNED with your results alongside. In short, you have basically passed. But now, the levels of passing will depend on number of A's that you have on your result slip, number of B's that you have, number of C's, number of D's, and number of E's. So the top student will be that one who will have scored only A's, like I said. Okay, then followed by B's and C's. And D is like the lowest grade. Then an E is a fail. Okay, they don't say fail. They say as average. Okay? So, we shall get there. Eventually, we shall understand what these results are all about. And I think tomorrow the papers will analyze for us who are the best top students, maybe which ones are the top schools on the basis of number of A's that they have scored, and so on and so forth. Even at school level, we are also going to analyze who are our best students from the number of A's and the B's and the C's you have scored. Already we have an analysis. We shall pin it up for you for perusal, since it's a new, the first time we are getting these results. We shall pin up the performance of every student and we shall study them, because you are the next group. You the candidates in Form 4. The next results we shall be announcing here will be yours. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Johnny Matthews.